coming off a nice win against VMI. You've been in there as the starter now for 2 straight games at quarterback, but a different kind of opponent this week. What do you recall from past games against Chattanooga?
They're a tough, physical team. You always got to bring your A game to have a chance to beat them. Ever since I've played here, every game has been decided in the fourth quarter. It's never a blowout either way, and the team that turns the ball over the fewest amount or the team that executes the best is the one that usually wins. So it's just going to come down to that. It's going to come down to turnovers, like Coach said, and it's going to come down to who executes their plays better.
Knowing that they have that kind of speed and agility on the defensive front and size, what kind of challenges may that pose running the option?
It's going to be challenging, but I think our offensive line is really underestimated in the SoCon, and I think they're going to open a lot of eyes this weekend when we go up there and we play them, because our guys have moved a lot of bigger guys around, like if you remember Samford. So I think this weekend will open a lot of eyes with our offensive line.
It's been a different year for the quarterbacks. Last year it was kind of a hodgepodge as to who was going to start each week, and then Coach Lang would run people in and out. You sometimes use 3 quarterbacks per game. What was it like for you this year with Evan basically starting the first several games and then he gets hurt and you know you're the guy? Is that a different kind of dynamic for you and the whole quarterback crew?
Not really. I mean, Evan was playing phenomenal football when he was playing, and if I was a coach, I wouldn't take him out either. But then when he got hurt, it was my job to step up and fill the role that he was, filling. And I think I'm good. I think I've done a decent job up to this point. And if he gets healthy and he plays better than me the week before practice, or he fits what we're trying to do better, then he needs to play. We need to have the best guy that's going to be in there that gives us the best chance to win.
This will be a 39-yard attempt out of the hold of reserve punter Brian Sanders. Comer's snap is a good one, spot down. Kick on the way, end over end, has the distance, and he got it. Welcome to college football, David Marvin. The Terriers are on the board.
David, you had to sit last year. You're a redshirt freshman this year. You came into camp as the guy. You were going to do the kicking, the punting, the kickoffs, and all of it. What was it like having to go through a redshirt season? Because Coach Ayers says you're a high-energy guy.
Yeah, it was tough. I'd always played throughout high school. I always enjoyed being on the field, always playing, and then to sit around and not be able to play, not be able to help the team on game days, it was tough. But I really learned a lot, especially behind Casey, who's a great kicker. I was able to focus on my form so much more, not having to worry about Saturdays going out and needing to make every field goal. I was able to adjust things and not have to worry about how am I kicking today, because it was a like big picture kind of thing. Let's get ready for next year. Let's make sure we're making all our field goals next year. Minor adjustments now, maybe even a major adjustment, and it's all right because it's not going to affect that season. So it really actually helps, even though it was tough being on the sideline in the games and not being able to affect the game as I'd like to.
We hear all about how when position players or linemen take a year off to redshirt, they're in the weight room, they get bigger and stronger. Was it the same for you as a kicker? Did you do a lot of weight room type work?
Yeah, it was similar there. We lifted just the same as everyone else. We lift with the team. We try to get as strong, as fast as everyone else. We consider ourselves athletes just like everyone else on the team. So we don't think we're any less. We're in there with everyone else, but we also can do a lot on our form and everything also.
So you wait a year, and then your first game at the college level, you kick a 51-yard field goal in an ACC stadium down at Georgia Tech. What was that like?
It was awesome. It was just great being back on the field. Glad I had the opportunity. I wish it would have been a PAT, but it was nice to be able to get out there and kick and make field goals again, help the team out.